Morning, students. Okay, let us start today's class. In the last classes, we had discussions on different types of writings. Okay, I had asked you to complete your different writing. Question number 2. In question number 2, I have given you one article writing, then one film review, then one book review. So when you come back and submit your copies, you should have examples, some models. Okay, not a copied one from textbook. You must write your own reviews. Okay, so I ask you, can you hear me? So can you hear me well? If someone was complaining. Aditi Sharma, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think there is no problem. Okay. So you have to, in the copy, you have to complete reviews, book review, film review, and also I had given you an article writing. So they are supposed to be completed. Okay. So complete them. So other than that, you have your project work. Okay. So you have your project work. So they are also to be completed and submitted on time. So complete that work now, okay, in these days, okay, and submit. So now today, okay, today we start with a question number 2 was already completed. Question number 3 is grammar portion. So after that we have question number 4, that is comprehension passage. The comprehension passage is very important. You get 20 marks for comprehension passage. See, other than that, so practicing comprehensions are very important for us, even in the future. See, when you go for entrance exams, you know that many exams like IELTS, if you want to go for abroad studies, then CLAT exams and some other important exams, they have these reading comprehensions. Okay, so practicing comprehension passages are very important for improving your language. So you read and understand. Your reading and understanding ability is improved by this kind of passages. Read them, understand, and answer. Okay, in the limited time. Okay. Okay, in the limited time, you have to answer the questions. Only if you understand that, you will be able to answer. Okay, it is interesting. Reading comprehensions, the ones given to us in our textbooks, they are interesting to read. If you have the habit of reading, or even if you don't have the habit of reading, read these passages for the sake of entertainment. Along with that, you get some other advantages such as vocabulary. You get new vocabularies, new words, so you can understand. So these are other than the requirements. So we have certain requirements, certain importance and significance, that is to complete or to answer the questions. Okay, other than that, there are certain extra things that you are going to learn this year. In class 10, what you had was, you had questions, you had to answer it. Okay, and some word meanings were given and a summary was asked. So other than that, this year in class 11 and 12, you have some extra things. So which are also very important, which we are going to learn. Okay, so that is for the sake of our board exam. So for our board exam sake, we have certain things to do. Other than that, in general, practicing such kind of reading comprehensions are important. You also improve your vocabulary power. So in page number 25, we are given a model. You can look at the model given there. in your total English textbook, page number 25. Since I didn't ask you to read it before, okay, today we will do that, okay? And whenever I ask you now for the next one, so we can read every reading comprehension here because it takes time. So I will be asking you to read and come, or even sometimes I will be asking you to complete the portion, okay, in the later days. Okay, today we will see just the general meaning of this passage, and let us try to understand each and every question that is given under this passage. Okay, along with the answers. This, since this is a specimen, model is given there, answers are given there, but let us try to understand how it is done. So this is a long passage, a story taken, and a summary is given there to give us some understanding because the full story is not given there. Okay, so what is given there in the bracket? This is a story of a soldier who tried to take important documents to another unit. This is a story of a, so since it is the first one, I am just explaining also for better understanding since you have not read it. So here is the story of a, see there are some disturbances. Okay, this is a story of a soldier who tried to take important documents. What the soldier is doing, he has to take certain documents to another unit. In his final attempts, he removed his clothes and left his documents on the bank of the river before crossing it. So he had to meet with many problems, hurdles, okay, war situation. So he had to see, it is told here that in the attempt of handing over the documents to another unit means another military unit. Okay, so in the war situation, they have different military units, and this particular soldier is in a particular unit. And what is the duty? He had to carry certain documents and give that in another unit. So in that attempt, he had to remove his clothes and he even left his documents. Okay, I told that it is a war situation, so he had to leave all these things. Okay, and on the bank of the river, so all these things happened on the bank of the river before crossing the river. Okay, so where his clothes and documents vanished creates a problem for him at the end. So we may not understand everything about the story from this background. So let us see. Then by the end we will understand more things. So the first paragraph, in the autumn of 1866, I was a soldier of the 18th Infantry. So he was a soldier in the 18th Infantry, a unit. My company was stationed at Fort Phil Kearny. I was trying to make my way with important dispatches. So what he was trying to do then? He was trying to make his way to take some letters. Dispatches means some documents or letters to Fort C.F. Smith. So he was asked to take some documents to another unit, okay, to Mr. C.F. Smith. As the country was swarmed with hostile enemies, okay, there were many enemies, okay, around him. I traveled by night and concealed myself as best I could before daybreak. The better to do so, I went afoot. So there were many enemies around him. So what did he do in order to conceal himself from the notice of the enemies? He went afoot, okay, on foot, not on horse or any other animals. Okay, I went afoot armed with Henry rifle. He had a rifle. The particular rifle is known as Henry rifle, and carrying 3 days rations in my haversack. So haversack is a bag, okay, bag that you hang on backside. So he was carrying his ration, food items, okay, in that bag. How he was going? He says that I went afoot and he had a rifle, Henry rifle, and he had food items also carrying. Next paragraph, for my second place of concealment. So maybe on the way he had to conceal when he takes rest. Okay. So his second place of concealment, I chose what seemed in the darkness, a narrow road leading through a range of rocky hills. So he was going hiding, concealing. So he chose what kind of place? So a dark place. It is already a darkness, night time. A narrow road leading through a range of rocky hills. So he wants to be unnoticed. So he selected such a road, narrow road through some ranges of rocky hills. So behind one of these, in a clump of sagebrush, clump means a group, okay, collection of sagebrush. This is a particular grass, okay. I made my bed for the day. So inside the grass, he made a bed for him. So at night, okay, because he should not be noticed. And soon fell asleep. It seemed as if I had hardly closed my eyes when I was awakened by the sound of a rifle shot. So in between he got up. Suddenly he was wakened because there was a sound of a rifle shot. Means his enemies were somewhere nearby. The bullet striking the boulder just above my body. Okay, he was attacked. A band of soldiers had trailed me and had me nearly surrounded. Some soldiers, other enemy soldiers were trailing, going behind him, and they shot him. Okay, the shot had been fired with a high, execrable aim by a fellow who had caught sight of me from the hillside above. Somebody had fired. The smoke of his rifle betrayed him, but there was one bullet, and what happened? That hit on the boulder nearby. Okay, he was not shot, and he just got up from his sleep. Okay, suddenly he got up from the sleep, and he could see the person shooting. He did not see the person properly, but he saw the smoke coming out of the rifle. Okay, the smoke of his rifle, enemy's rifle, betrayed him, so he could, okay, the narrator could see him. And I was no sooner on my feet than he was off his and rolling down the hill. What does it mean? He shot back and killed him. Okay. Next paragraph. The next thing that I recollect was my pulling myself out of a river just at nightfall. See, here he says, the next thing I recollect was my pulling myself out of a river just at nightfall. In the darkness, he just remembers that he just came out of the river. So many things might have happened there that he doesn't remember. Okay, he doesn't recollect many things. He says in the next paragraph, the next thing I recollect is my pulling out of a river just at that nightfall. Many things he doesn't remember. Okay. I had not a range of clothing and knew nothing of my whereabouts. Now, what is his condition? He don't have any clothes. Suddenly, he doesn't remember anything what happened, but he says, I had not a range of, rag of, means a piece of old cloth. Rag means old cloth or any piece of cloth. Okay, piece of cloth. Clothing and knew nothing of my whereabouts. So where he is, what he is doing, he is not remembering anything. But all the night I traveled, cold and footsore. Footsore means so his foot got injured by traveling toward the north. He was going to the north. Okay. At daybreak, I found myself at Fort C.F. Smith. So he reached the place. So this is a fort. Okay. C.F. Smith, the name of the fort where the other unit. So he is going to another fort where there is a military unit. So he is taking the carrying, supposed to carry all these documents to the other fort, other unit. What is the name of that fort or unit? Fort C.F. Smith. My destination, that was his destination, and he's reaching there, but without my dispatches. And when he reached there, there was no dispatches. So in between, he lost his clothes and dispatches, letters and documents. Okay, but he is not fully aware of how did it happen. Okay, the first man that I met was a Sergeant William Briscoe. So there in the fort he met a surgeon. His name is William Briscoe, whom I knew very well. He was astonished at seeing me in that condition. So when William Briscoe saw the narrator, so they were so much surprised, shocked. and my own at his asking who the devil I was. Okay, so he did not understand. So what he is asking, he was astonished at seeing me in that condition, and my own at his asking. So that made him ask, okay, the who the devil I was. He asked, even though he knew him, so he is asking, who are you? So there is a reason for that. So narrator says, Dave Duck. So what is his name? Narrator's name, Dave Duck. I answered. My dear, if you are Dave Duck, I ought to inform you that I buried you 2 months ago. See, some very surprising or shocking answer is given by William that if you are Dave Duck, then I have buried you when 2 months back. Okay, I was out with a small scouting party. So he is giving the background. When did that happen? When did I bury you? Okay, I was out with a small scouting party and found your body full of bullet holes. So he is describing what happened 2 months back. Right where you say you made your fight. So you say that you made a fight in a particular place with your enemies, but I buried you there in that same place. Come to my tent and I will show you your clothing and some letters that I took from your person. The commandant has your dispatches. So already we have your dispatches. Okay. So here Shireen Sikh. So can you name the persons? Shireen. So I am reading it for you and you are not attending it well. If you don't have any intention of attending, then it is useless to be there. Actually, I am doing your work, reading. It's a reading comprehension and we are reading it for understanding. Okay, and I am trying to make you understand also. There are some words which you may not understand. Okay, I am doing that for you that we will be able to understand the questions, how to do the questions after this. Okay, so pay attention. It is only a reading, but that is very important. Reading is for understanding. Okay, for the exam, at the time of exam, you may be going with your reading comprehension, spending so much time. But if you don't understand, reading maybe 45 minutes, 1 hour, more than that you take. But if you don't understand, so reading is for the sake of understanding. So what are the names of those people? What is the name of the narrator? Is Dave Duck. So what does the other person? Sergeant says, William says that I had already buried you. Okay, and he says, he gives all the evidence for that. Okay, you had carried the letters, documents, but we have that with us. 2 months back, we got it from you. Okay. So I was out with a small scouting party and found your body full of bullet holes right where you say you made your fight. Okay, come to my tent and I will show you your clothing and other documents. All those things Williams says. Now next paragraph. He showed me the clothing which I resolutely put on, the letters which I put into my pocket. Okay, all the evidences were shown. Okay, when he was wearing that particular cloth, okay, and dispatches, all those things are shown to him now here. He then took me to the commandant who heard my story. Now he is taken to another commandant who heard my story and ordered Briscoe to take me to the prison. So the narrator is taken to the prison. On the way, see, now, even though they knew that he is Dave Duck, they thought that he is already dead because that sergeant had buried him. But now here comes Dave Duck or someone who in the name of Dave Duck. So what they think? They may think that he is not the genuine one. He is impersonating. Okay. So what did they do? They took him to the prison. On the way, I said, Briscoe, did you really bury the dead body that you found in these clothes? So the narrator is so much confused now. Okay, he is here, but the other one says that they have buried him. Okay, he has buried him and taken the documents from him. The same clothes were shown to him. So even the narrator is in total confusion. Sure, he said, it was David. All right, most of us knew him. And now you imposter. So he calls him imposter. Imposter means, okay, a fake one. Okay, one who deceives. You are not the real David because the real David is already dead. Okay, you are an imposter. You are one who pretends to be David. So you would better tell me who you are. You are somebody else. Okay. So a spy. Okay. You better tell me who you are. A week later, I escaped from the guard house. So narrator says after 1 week, he was in the prison for some days, for 1 week, but he escaped and got out of the country as fast as I could. Twice I have been back, but he went back twice, seeking for that fearful spot in the hills. He says that I went back to that particular spot, okay, where he was supposed to be buried or where he fought with the enemy. Okay, to that place he went back twice. Okay, seeking for that fateful spot in the hills, but unable to find it. He went back to see that spot where he was buried, where he fought, but he was unable to find it. Okay, actually, this is a story taken from the, it is a war story. Okay, so in the war story, there are many stories where you may have some fantasy elements. Fantasy elements are not really added to that knowingly, but you hear some stories of such kind of, okay, story that might have taken place or might not have taken place. Anyhow, these are all part of the war stories, taken from the war stories, American war stories, Civil War, when the Civil War was going on. Okay, now, okay, whether it is a true one or not true one, that is not our thing. What we need to do is we have to find out answers for the questions given. So first of all, you have some question which you are not very familiar with. Okay, let us see them. See A. In A, we have 1 and 2 parts. There are 2 parts in A. So questions 1 and 2. So in the former, maybe your seniors had the same method, but your other seniors, super seniors, for the last many years, they had different way in the sense that they had more questions. Okay, they had 4 questions each, 4 plus 4, but you have only 3 plus 3. And they had questions also, more questions. Below that you have B part. In B part, they had more questions and their summary had maybe 10 marks. That way, there was difference in the if you go to another textbook, former textbooks, there you will find some changes. Okay, but this year you have in A 1 and 2 you have 3 each questions, 3 marks each. Okay, not 4 marks. If you refer all the books, you may find there 4 plus 4, but you have only 3 plus 3. Okay, from last year onwards it is 3 plus 3. So maybe if you refer any question, total English question, you will find changes in the question, number of words and number of marks. There will be changes. So to know what is you have to refer your own book, not the old books. But you can use the old books for doing more exercises. Okay. So A1. So what is the question A1? Given below are 3 words and phrases. See here in the question you are given 3 questions. Okay, what are they? They are words or phrases. See, second question is only 1 word, but first and third question there are phrases. There are some group of words, so they are phrases. Okay, first question is followed me in great numbers. So second question is 1 word, bad, and third question is person who pretends to be somebody else. So given below are 3 words or phrases or and phrases. So find the words which have a similar meaning in the passage. So they give you either a word, 1 word, or a group of words, means phrase, and you have to find out similar or synonymous or a word that has got similar meaning from the textbook. So already we are given the answers. So what is the word you find for followed me in great numbers? Okay, when somebody follow you, so you have to see the tense also there. Okay, tense, it is in past tense. So the answer will be the particular word, synonymous word, or the similar word that you find in the textbook, that will be also using the same tense. Okay, there may be some similar words. That is why I'm telling you that. So you should not go for the wrong answer. You have to find out the right answer, suitable word. There may be similar words sometimes, but you have to find out the most apt one. Okay, or more apt than the other if there are two or more than two. Okay, so see the tense used there. Okay, so and contextually what is correct, see all those things. Okay, in most of the cases you may have only one word, so it is easy to find out, but sometimes there can be two words or more than two words which may be similar to this, okay, in the question. So you have to find out the most more suitable one. See, followed me in great numbers. What is the meaning given there, or one word, similar word given there? Swamped. Where do you find this word swamped? You find that word swamped in line number, we can say third line. Okay, dispatches to Fort C.F. Smith as the country was swamped with hostile enemies. Okay, swamped is the suitable word there, similar word there. Second word is bad. Okay, bad. The equal word or similar word for that is already given in the answer. So that is execrable. Okay, where do you find this word? So you find the word execrable in the second paragraph, maybe 10, the line number 10 is given there, below that 11, 12. Okay, 11, 12. The 12th sentence, me nearly surrounded, the shot had been fired with a high execrable aim. Very bad. Okay, it means detestable. Bad means it was not at all a proper, not properly aimed, detestable. This word execrable may be familiar to you. Maybe in class 10 you have studied. So what Graciana calls Shylock. I don't know whether you remember that. So you execrable dog, he calls him. Okay. So execrable in that context, it was very villainous. That's meaning here it is taken. You don't find any other word that is suitable. Okay, so this is a word. It means execrable means bad. Okay, bad is given to us, so we are finding a suitable word there, that is execrable. Okay, so now the third word is a person who pretends to be somebody else. Okay, what is a similar word for that? Imposter. So here you see the third word, imposter, is maybe in the last part by the end of the passage. That is in paragraph 7. Line number is around 30, is given there 31, 32. Okay, so imposter, that is paragraph 7. Sure, he said it was Dave Duck. All right, most of us knew him, and now you imposter. Imposter. Okay, imposter means somebody who pretends to be someone else, a fake person. You are showing a fake identity. Imposter. Okay, in the drama, okay, they were trying to, the heroines in the Merchant of Venice, Portia was trying to be somebody else, in the court. So imposter. Okay, there that was for a good purpose. Usually imposter is a term used negatively, somebody who is pretending to be somebody else for the sake of deceiving. So imposter. Okay, so here it is given at the end. Usually you may find all the similar words in the first paragraph, first or second or third paragraph. There is a usual way they give, but as it is given this in this paragraph, in this passage, it is given by the end. In this passage, it is given at the end. That can also happen sometimes. Okay, so we have completed that. What is to be done? You have to find out the similar word from the passage. So you will have to read them. Okay, read the beginning paragraphs. Okay, repeatedly, and if you don't find, you will have to read everything. Okay, you read first, make a general reading, then you go to the questions and read. Try to find out the similar words. First question is A1. You have to find out the similar words. Okay, what will help you to find out? Okay, see the meaning of that. See the contextual meaning of that. If you know the general meaning, you think of, and if you don't find, think of the particular contextual meaning of that. In this context, okay, this can be a similar word. Okay, and also see the tense of the word used there. Usually it will be the same tense. Okay, so when we do more exercises, we will understand it better. Now going to the second part. So this is more complicated, very easy but complicated for many students. Okay, it is not difficult, but understand how to do it properly. Second question: for each of the words given below, write a sentence of at least 10 words using the same word, unchanged in form, but with a different meaning from that which it carries in the passage. So there are certain things to take care here. Take note. Everything is, all those directions are important. See what are the instructions given to us. Each of the words given below, write a sentence. Okay, there are three words given. Company, first one is company, second one is arrange, so third one is found. So these three words are taken from the passage. Okay, all these words are taken from the passage, and you are asked to make a sentence with this word using these words. Okay, first you will make a sentence using the word company, then you will make another sentence using the word range, second one, third one is using the word found. Okay, you will make a sentence, a meaningful sentence. Okay, but can we use can we use the same sense that is used in the textbook? Can we use the same sentence, or can we take the word in the same sense? No, you cannot use the same sentence from the textbook, or you cannot use the same sense or meaning. You cannot, you should not. Okay, so you have to find out another meaning for this particular word. Okay, you are using the word from the textbook, but you think of another meaning or a different meaning of the particular word. See, that we will see. See the words given company. See what are the instructions. See, write a sentence of at least 10 words. When you make the sentence, how many words should be there in the sentence? You are asked to write 10 words. Sometime that even if you write 8 words or 9 words, you may get marks. Maybe in the school exam, you may be given mark, or in the board, you may be given mark. Okay, but you are asked to write in 10 words. Why you have to be, you have to follow the instructions, but maybe on a particular year, they may be giving you mark for writing, even writing 8 words, a sentence of having 8 words, you may be given mark, one mark. But in a particular year, they may be very strict. Board may be very strict with 10 words, because already it says that you have to use 10 words. Okay, so we have no chance to lose our marks. Okay, it may be very simple thing. You may add some extra 2 words there in the sentence and make it 10 words. Okay, so see that you are writing the sentences in 10 words. There are certain things the board may ignore sometimes, like in the grammar portion, when it comes the grammar portion, they are putting a full stop at the end. Okay, do you remember? Okay, to put a full stop, you know it, but you may be maybe due to the lack of carefulness, lack of care, or you may be very careless. Okay, maybe knowingly or unknowingly, you don't put a comma there or full stop there. Such kind of things are taken. Okay, prominence, given in prominence. Okay, such small things are given importance, especially certain years. So the criteria may be very strict, very particular about a full stop, about a comma, or about 10 words. So what you are supposed to do is writing the sentence in 10 words. Many students fail to write a sentence of 10 words. That is why I tell again. So always see that you are writing the sentence in 10 words. Okay. So, and said that using the same word, you have to use the same word, unchanged in form. What does it mean? Unchanged in form? Company. Company is given, you cannot use their companies. Or another word, range, given there, ranges, you cannot use. Found is given there, you cannot use find. You have to use the same word, unchanged in form. Okay, but with a different meaning, and meaning has to be different. Means it should not be the meaning that is intended. Okay, intended in the textbook. In the textbook, it may be used in a particular sense or particular meaning, and in your sentence, the same word unchanged in form, okay, you will be using, but meaning will be different. Okay, but with a different meaning from that which it carries in the passage. Okay, let us see the word company. Where do you find that? In line number 1. See, in the autumn of 1866, I was a soldier of the 18th Infantry. My company was stationed. So what is the contextual meaning of the word company? So their company means, okay, a military unit. In the context, in the textbook, company means a military unit. Okay, and you can see the example sentence given there, model sentence given there. During the picnic at the weekend, I enjoyed Joe's company. So in the sentence given to you, the meaning of company is different. It is not military unit there. Joe's company doesn't mean Joe's military unit. No, it is entirely different. So what are the possible meanings of company? You have to think of the possible meaning, other meanings, other possible meanings of company. Company, you know, commerce students know company is a firm, FIRM. Okay, industry, related to business and industry. Okay, company also means friendship. Okay, so here during the picnic at the weekend, I enjoyed Joe's company. That is related to friendship. Okay, so that is a different meaning, that is a different sense that we find out. One word, the given particular word given here, it will have different meanings. Okay, anyhow, the word given there or 3 words given here, that will surely have different meanings. Some words have, other than this, you know, other than this, many words used in the passage will have different meanings. But anyhow, the particular word given to us, that will have different meaning. Contextual meanings, different contextual meanings. So you have to think of the different contextual meaning and write a sentence meaningfully. Okay, so during the picnic at the weekend, I enjoyed Joe's company. So the examiner understand here the meaning of company is very different. It is not the same meaning you used in the textbook passage. Okay, now coming to the second word, okay, and the sentence. So what is the meaning of the word range? In line number 8, you find. Okay, what is where is that word? Line number 8. See, I chose what seemed in the darkness a narrow road leading through a range of rocky hills. Range of rocky hills. So what is the contextual meaning of the word range? There, range means a chain of hills. Range there means a chain. Okay, we say chain of things, no? Chain of hills. So what are the other meanings you can think for range? Okay, when you are given homework, you can refer dictionary and find out. But otherwise, the exam, you have to think of possible meanings. So develop your vocabulary. So range, the word range has got different meanings like scope. Scope, SCOPE, scope. Range has got the meaning reach, REACH, reach. Another meaning of range is a place, okay, a place for, maybe a place for shooting. In that sense, we use range. So another meaning is variety of things. Variety of things. So see this sentence, this hotel offers a range of facilities to its guests. So what is the meaning intended here? There is variety. A variety of things, differences. Okay, the hotel offers a range of facilities, many, different. Okay, that is the sense. Okay, it is not a chain of thing, a chain of hills, chain, but here it is differences, different items. So that is the meaning. So we have to find out different meanings. We have to think of the contextual meaning, textbook meaning first. Then we have to find out different meanings and make the sentence unchanged in form. You should not change the form of the word. Write the sentences in 10 words. Okay. The next word is, given word is found. FOUND, found. Okay, what is the contextual meaning of the word found? Found, you have line number 17. Okay, at daybreak, I found myself at Fort C. F. Smith. Found myself, I found myself. So, what is the contextual meaning there? So, I found myself mean I was located. Okay, I found myself in a particular place. Okay, I saw myself in a particular place, located. I was in. Okay, that is the contextual meaning. So, what are the other meanings of found? Okay, found can mean detected. Found can also mean established. It was found, something is found. Okay, a business is found, we found, find not found. Okay, it was found, a company was found. Okay, in that sense, another meaning of found is spotted. Okay, spotted, SPOTTED. See, when we worked hard through the night, my brother was found asleep. So what is the meaning used here? Spotted. Okay, the meaning of found in the example is spotted asleep. Okay, the given meaning, contextual meaning of the word, textbook meaning of the word found is located. Okay, there is similarity here, but still we are able to find the difference there. Okay, found, the word has got some similarity, located and even the found, spotted, there is some similarity, but still we can differentiate that. If there is so much similarity, we try to find out another word. Okay, it is not necessary that you give the same sentence. Maybe the word established, established. If in that sense, if you take, it is totally different. You can give another sentence that is more meaningful. Okay, so found in the sense of established, the factory was found. Okay, so that is second question. The last question is, B. Question B is the same thing that you are doing. What you are doing? Okay, you can find. First question is, what precaution did Dave Duck take to evade being seen by the enemy soldiers? Where do you find answers for that? You find the answer for that in the first paragraph. See, I traveled by night and concealed myself as best I could before daybreak. Okay, you have the answer given there already. You can see that, match that answer. Okay, so it should be personalized answers. Don't just pick up words from the passage. You can take the most of the words you can use, but in your own way you write it, making necessary changes. Second question is, why wasn't Dave Duck injured by the rifle shot when he was hiding behind sagebrush? Sage bush. Okay, sage bush, a particular type of bush. Okay, the answer, where do you find? Answer is already given there, but you find the answer in the second paragraph. See, the middle, almost line number 10, at the end, the bullet striking the boulder just above my body. A band of soldiers had trailed me and had me nearly surrounded. The shot had been fired with a high, execrable aim by a fellow. So there you have answers. You can locate the answer and write your answer. You can see whether it is similar to the answer given. The last question is, why didn't Sergeant Briscoe believe Dave Duck's story? Okay, where do you have the answer? Answer is already given to you this time, but you will see in paragraph 5. In paragraph 5, you have similar ideas. Sometimes the answer may be very direct, but sometimes it can be even indirect too. Maybe after reading, understanding, you write the answer. Some answers are very direct, some answers need not be very direct too. Okay, we will be doing more exercises and we will understand the better way. Now coming to the last part, last question C, in not more than 100 words, you are going to write the summary. State the efforts made by Dave Duck to reach Fort C. F. Smith and why his mission was not successful at the end. And you are asked to use paragraphs 2 to 9. So they are already mentioning here paragraphs. In the exam, it will be mentioned. In the maybe local exams, your time exams, it may not be mentioned sometime paragraphs, because following the number system there, it is difficult, paragraph and line numbers. So that line numbers may not be given there. So you may have to read them. If needed, read the whole thing. Okay. So two important parts are there in the summary. First one is efforts made by Dave Duck to reach Fort Smith. Yes, efforts. So find out the keywords in the question. One keyword is efforts made by Dave Duck. And second key idea is why his mission failed. Why his mission was not successful at the end. Okay, there are two parts for the answer. So ideas you can pick up from the passage. Always go for a rough work. Always go for a rough work. You have to write it in 100 words. And when you do the rough work, if more words are written by you, in the rough work, reduce. And if you write less words, you add some extra words. Any word, a small word, in, and, all these are counted as words. Okay, so you can use, if your answer has got, summary has got more words, using commas. Using commas, linking words, you can reduce the number of words. But always go for a rough work, and your final work should be written in grid. G-R-I-D, grid. Okay, which you are doing. Some of you are not doing that, but it is needed. Okay, always you will be given, maybe if it is out of 8, 6 marks will be given for the content, and 2 marks will be for your expression and for how you have done it. Grid and other things, very important. If you have not done it in the grid, your some marks will be reduced. So do always in the grid. And if you want to write 100 words, before that you write maybe summary in rough work you do. Count the number of words, and in the grid, final one, fair work, make the grid and write only 100 words. Okay, so you can go through this and understand it better. And homework, I'm giving you homework. Homework is in page number 39. Page number is 39. The first first passage in page number. Okay, from here onwards we'll be doing. You can do it in the textbook. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can do it in the copy. Okay, first you can do it in the copy. First one, you can do it in the copy. At least the summary part you can do, or even sentence making, everything you can do in the copy. Maybe in the beginning you can do that in the copy. Later you will have to rewrite in the textbook. I'll be taking your textbooks. Okay, so later. So page number 39, you will be doing that for the next class, and we'll be discussing. So this one we'll be discussing soon. In the next class itself, we'll be discussing the answers. Okay, I'll be asking you to make the sentences. Okay, I will ask you to read it. Okay, summary, everything. Do it properly, spending enough time. Okay, so if you have some doubts with regard to any of these, you can ask now. Okay, if needed more clarification, that can be done in the next class too. But if you have any doubts, this time you can use. Okay, when you do that, we find that many mistakes are made. Okay, that is usual also. Don't worry, do it sincerely. So all mistakes and drawbacks can be rectified, solved. Okay, so your homework in page number 39. So the passage is in 39 and 40. Questions are in 41 and 42. So complete everything, means the passage. Okay, if there is no doubt, we will wind up. Okay, thank you very much.